decision.
Matt?
Hi Enzo, over here. Cole Palmer came in here for his dinner before the game tonight. Looked very well, looked pretty fit, not limping. Can I assume he'll be fit for the Arsenal game?
But he's better, he's getting better. If he can walk and have dinner, that means that he is completely fit.
Came back for his pudding too.
Yeah. No. He's getting better, and hopefully we have still 2 days, tomorrow and Saturday, to prepare the game, and hopefully we can have him for the session at least Saturday, and then we take the decision.
Davido?
Ciao Enzo. When you face a team like Arsenal, who's supposed to be a Premier League game, do you evaluate your team in a different way? Like, you're looking for something different?
We're always looking for something different, no matter if it's Arsenal or another team, to see how we can attack and defend in the right way. We did this season against any team. For sure, Arsenal, I said in this moment, is the closest one to the best team in England, that is City. But we're going to try to do our game and prepare in the best way we can and try to win.
Simon?
Enzo, you've obviously got off to a pretty good start as Chelsea head coach, but do you think you're missing that statement win? Is that the only thing that you've missed so far? You played and lost to City, lost to Liverpool, drew against Man United. Do you think you need that against Arsenal to sort of really convince
For sure, I would like to win this kind of game, but since we start, I always said the same, that for sure I analyze the result, but first of all I analyze the performance. And do you think we deserve to lose against Liverpool? Me too, but it's football. Now hopefully we can win Sunday, we can win that kind of game, but also I think at the end it's in this competition in the Premier League, it's important and it's difficult to win against any team. For sure, if I can decide, I would like to win against Arsenal on Sunday, no doubt. But also I think Liverpool away, the performance was very good. We didn't deserve to lose. Even City. The good thing is that we are there. We are there, and you cannot see big difference when we play this kind of game. And this is the most important thing. For sure, I don't have doubt if it's Sunday or it's next game. But for sure, we're going to be there and win this kind of game, no doubt.
Andy?
Hi Enzo. Just looking across at yourself and Mikel Arteta, both, fair to say, learnt a lot from Pep Guardiola, both worked with him. It's almost like two of his kind of disciples are now coming together. Do you feel that, do you see in Arsenal, do you see stuff in Arteta's style of management that he may have learned and you've taken stuff from Pep Guardiola as well?
The only thing I can say is that for sure I learned many things from Pep. If I'm here today, it's probably because the amount of things that I have been lucky to learn next to him. Then I think Mikel also has his own idea, the same than me, what I try, and then probably both we have to be thankful because we work beside, next to the one that I consider the best manager in the world. So probably both we have been quite lucky to work with Pep.
And is he better friends with you than he is with Arteta?
This is a question. Your question is exactly tonight game. It's a tricky question. It's very dangerous if you don't take serious. You know. So you're. So yeah. I can see that. I can see that. No. I'm friend with Pep, and that's it.
Rob?
Chelsea lost 5-0 to Arsenal the last time they played last season. Have you watched that game in the last few days? Has that game featured much in conversations with players?
No, I didn't watch the game in the last days. I watched the game in the summer when I watched all the last season games. So I watched that game in the summer. I'm now more focused on what they are doing this season than next season. But for sure that game was a big, huge defeat for us, for the club, and hopefully we can do something different on Sunday.
Jacob?
There's a lot of focus, I think, this season on the kind of tactics that Arsenal use at set pieces. Also, they don't seem sort of very afraid to make a game kind of frustrating for the other team. You've got a developing side. Are you going to warn your players about the way it might be with Arsenal, how mentally tough they might make it?
Oh, yeah, for sure will be mentally will be very tough. Set pieces they are very good, but not only against us. I think they are very good against any team. I watched 2 days ago, last night, Champions League game against Inter, and every corner was smelling goal. So they are top on that, and we're gonna try to deal with that in the best way.
Also, I mean, given the expectation that's been on them this season to challenge Manchester City, you're saying that they're the best team behind City. The results that they've had recently, do you think that the pressure might be more on them going into this game?
I don't know. I also like to get the pressure from this kind of game, so the pressure is also for us. But for sure, as I said, for me they are the closest one with City. Both I consider them better than the rest, and the reason why I said many times is because one club is working with the same manager 9 years, and the other one is working with the same manager 5 years, and this is a big, huge advantage compared to the rest. So for me, that's why they are in this moment better than the rest. But we're gonna try Sunday to make the life difficult for them. We're gonna try our best.
Ian?
I know for a lot of Chelsea fans, this game on Sunday is the biggest game of the season. Is that the same for you as well? Do you feel this is the biggest game you've had since
No, and the reason why is because I try to take every. You don't know how I was worried tonight against this team, and I try to take all the game in the same way, serious, preparing the best way, how we can attack good, how we can defend good, and I try to take all the game in the same way. And tonight game I was very worried, because tonight game is the one that it's easy to drop, because mentally you are not ready and you have to be ready. But again, if you ask me in the next 2 games which one you want to win, for sure I want to win both. But if I have to take one, I take the next one. Also because in 2 games we play Leicester away, that I feel very close to them.
And last question over here.
Enzo, how challenging is it playing Thursday and Sunday for you and the players? Does it kind of winning breed success, or is it you having to rotate all the time the squad?
No, all the time, no. In this moment, also we are quite lucky that we don't have injury. So we have 24, 25 players and we can choose. I think the way we are trying to do the things since we start, also we protect players, because one thing is to play 3 games a week, and the other thing is to play just one. I think we protect the player in this moment, but that means that it's going to happen all season, because also be a moment where there are injury or we need to change things. But in this moment, we are almost we are in November, and we are every game we change players, and probably fortunately also we don't have injury in this moment.
Great.
Not to play.
Can you clarify the position with regard to Declan Rice and the issue he has, and if he's going to be available for the game?
I have to be very vague on that one, because there's no clarity whether he's going to be fit or not for the weekend.
There's been reports maybe that there might be a broken toe. Can you elaborate on that?
That's for the doctor. What I can say that he hasn't trained yet, and it's not clear whether he's going to be available or not to play.
Martin Odegaard did come on, albeit late, against Inter Milan. Is he in a position where he can start this game?
Yeah, everybody that is in the squad is going to be fit and available to start the game. So then it will be a decision whether it's too early or is the right moment for him to make that step again.
And I guess that would mean the same for Kai Havertz and Mikel Merino. They've come through okay and available?
Yes, we'll have to wait till tomorrow to see how they react. Kai was quite a nasty cut and he could not continue. We have to take him off. With Mikel, since the day before, to be fair, he wasn't feeling great. And we decided to sub him at half-time.
Mikel, it's been 1 point from the last 3 Premier League games, but that's kind of been at odds to the long-term form that you've had before then. Have you had to speak to the players? Have you had to lift them at all? What's been the message?
Well, obviously, when you don't win, affects the mood, affects the energy. But the positive thing that there is nobody impossible in this room or outside that wants to win more than I do, and that these guys in the dressing room wants to do. It is impossible. So that desire today, I had a meeting with them about it, and I can sense it straight away. And what I sense as well is a big belief that how good we are as a team. And again, what we did in Milan, watching it back twice, I haven't seen my team doing that against them, but you need to take that into a winning football match, because at the end it's the only thing that anybody is going to judge, know how superior you were to the opponent, you outrun the opponent, you outperform the opponent in every single way. It's about, did they score a goal? You didn't. We have a problem. And the problem has to be resolved by scoring more goals than the opponent. That's it.
If you go back to December, you had that similar run as well, when you had that 1 point from 3 games, and then you went on an astonishing run, 8 Premier League wins in a row, I think it was. Have you reminded your players about that? Can you use that experience when you're in a situation like this one?
Yeah, well, the results probably were very similar. The context very different, because you tend to forget why you lost a football game again against Bournemouth, or what happened, why we didn't win against Liverpool, or the amount of situation that we have to go through. It does not matter. At the end, we cannot go to Dubai for a week like we went last time. We can go to Dubai still for 2 days. If that's the solution, we go forwards and backwards. And that the team is doing 10 times more better things than we used to do at that period. That's the positive thing. But to all this to be clear and relevant, you have to win, especially to answer certain questions.
From the outside, it looks like a pivotal game with regard to the title race. I know it's early, and you'll probably say everyone's just got to stay calm, but is it reaching that must-win status because of the teams that you're going to be competing against for this title?
Well, especially because when we have missed certain points in the last few weeks, obviously the margins become smaller and smaller. Doesn't mean that the margin doesn't exist no more, but more perfection is going to demand for the future. So for sure, we want to win, we have to prepare, and we have prepared the game to win it, and that's the only thing that is in our heads.
Final one from me, Mikel. What have you made of Chelsea's progress, in particular the job that Enzo Maresca has done? Because from the outside, a lot of people were saying it looks like a mess at Chelsea, and yet they now find themselves in the top 4.
Well, really impressed about what he's done, but really impressed really what they've done over a year, you know, because with Mauricio as well, the last 6 months, I think they were extraordinary. You could see the squad, the quality they have, the amount of players that they have, and then Enzo has given his touch, you know, and you can see clearly what he wants to do. I think he's been really brave from day one to consistently follow what he wanted to do. I know how he thinks. I know a lot of people that knows him well. And very happy with him that he's making a lot of progress there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Mikel.
Hello.
Speaking about Chelsea, they're on the same number of points but above Arsenal due to goal difference. Do you feel they're also in the title race this season?
Well, everything is important. I don't know if we're going to get to the last day when the goal difference is important, but certainly it's something to bear in mind.
And how do you neutralise a player like Cole Palmer, who's had the most number of goal involvement so far this season, 7 goals and 5 assists?
Well, that's a question that probably all the managers in the league had in the last year or so, and he's still managed to impact games in the right way. Obviously, we would have a plan not only for Cole, but as well to minimize all the qualities that threats that they have, and try to exploit their weaknesses like any other team.
And just finally, you've always spoken about the standards at Arsenal, that every game it is a must-win. If you come out with less than a win on a Sunday, does it almost feel like the title race is out of your hands?
I don't think about it.
Thank you, best of luck.
Thank you.
Hi Mikel, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
You just said there, nobody wants to win in or outside this building more than you.
No, I promise you that. And nobody worked harder than me to achieve that, or these guys, nobody. Talking maybe yes, but actually working and making sure that this is going to happen, nobody, I guarantee you that.
So have you had to hit a reset button this week to sort of remind the team that you want them to...
No, we don't need a reset. We need, in one particular aspect, go from 95 to 100. And I'm not going to tell you what that is.
Go on. Go on.
No.
Okay. Like Arsenal, Arsenal, lots of other teams have been inconsistent recently. Man City, apart from Liverpool, maybe any team that haven't been. Why is that in the Premier League?
I think everybody has been consistently struggling with the level that there is in this league and in general in Europe, playing every 3 days at the level. Because the temperature is going up another level, the level is going up another level. And to win, if not, I would put my fingers here that nobody's going to do 100 points this year. But it will require perfection to keep winning. And even the teams that are winning, the margins are being like this, or the moments in games they've been like this. So very tough, but this is the task.
And do you think the margins between the teams that are, in inverted commas, the smaller clubs, the likes of Bournemouth, Brighton, Brentford, and the top teams are getting smaller by the season?
I think so, yeah.
You do. Last one, hopefully your injury problems are easing. They seem to be getting a little bit better. But have we reached, most clubs seem to have had injury problems this season. Have we reached the time when we should have bigger squads in the Premier League?
Well, the actual regulation, I think, is very difficult.
Would you like to see bigger squads?
Well, if we play every 3 days with the amount of games that we have to play, it's going to be a necessity, that's for sure.
Can you put a number on it? How many you'd like to have?
Sorry?
Can you put a number on it? How many?
A number and the quality of that squad, that's going to be the key. It's not just about a number. You can have numbers from all kind of players. You can throw a lot of names there, but it's about the quality of that squad.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mikel, can I just ask you, because there's a lot of pressure on Martin to come in and fix the attack. Does there need to be an appreciation that you can't just wave a magic wand and make everything all right going forward for you?
No, I think that's obviously we are demanding that. That's not very realistic. It's about the collective. It's about taking ownership, every player, that what we have to do in attacking and doing it better and more consistently. But certainly having a player like Martin helps, because he's shown how important it's been for us in the last 3-4 years.
When you were going through that difficult run around maternity, I remember you spoke about showing players clips, looking at body language and reaction to missing chances. Is that something you see as a big part of the game, how the team reacts to when they're having these struggles?
Well, there are various ways. I think the results in the last 2, because let's leave Bournemouth away because that's a very different context. To that, the problem is quite well identified and very resolvable.
Just one last one on Martin. He wasn't named in the Norway squad, but there's been some sort of suggestion he could possibly, depending on how it goes, we can maybe join up with them for the break. Is that something that's still ongoing in discussions with Norway?
Let's see how it goes. How he trains tomorrow, he's available, he's fit. If he does play, how he feels after that, and then we'll make the decision between the 3 parties.
Just one more on Martin, if I can. Obviously he's club captain, he's got such a sort of personal drive. While he's been out, has he been sort of prominent around the squad? Has he helped you with messaging and motivation? Because it seems to us like he's the kind of character that it's hard to sort of separate from that even when he's injured.
Yes, he's always very close, always very active with the team. He knows the role, responsibility that he has, and he's tried his best, but obviously not having in the squad, in the team, in the hotel with us on many occasions, it is different. But I think the team on that issue, especially when we talk about motivation, had no issues at all.
There's this idea maybe among some fans that he comes back in and the team maybe clicks again going forward. Is it too simplistic a way to look at it like that?
Well, we hope that is going to help because he's been incredibly good for us, and the impact he has in the team, not only in that phase but in other phases that are so linked to the attacking phase, especially the way we transfer from one to other. But yeah, and he's been out for a while as well. So let's hope that it's going to be very fast and that he can impact the team, and that's the way I think.
And you said earlier you think nobody's going to do 100 points. There's sort of been this perception in the last...
That I think that is going to be very difficult.
Yeah. There's been this perception maybe in the last couple of years that because the standard is so high that if you lose 1 or 2 games, whenever it is in the season, that's kind of it because of how consistent City have been. But do you feel it's a bit different than this year? And is that something that you've maybe said to the players the last couple of days, that actually 1 or 2 results, it's not, a catastrophe, it's not a disaster as it maybe could have been in the past?
No, well, we don't know how it's going to play out if there is a team that is able to do something like this, but everybody's struggling even if he's winning. That's the thing. And sometimes the margins you could feel were bigger in games. They are not at the moment. I haven't seen a team being that superior to other teams. But at the end, the fact is that you have to continue to win and find ways and details to keep the right to win the games.